All right.
Yeah.
You sure?
I don't know. It's just a little thing I'm doing for about 15 minutes. Yeah, nothing. Yeah. How you going? So fat. So fat. Say the word.
To say the fact, say huge.
Say the right thing. Fat.
That's a good thing or bad thing?
It's not good. It's not good.
Not good.
Yeah, not good. Not good. Thanks. I need it. Good afternoon. You work in the agency?
Yeah.
You have a little lecture?
A
A
little.
little podium thing?
No.
Nothing like that. Easy driver, you too?
Yeah.
Don't make. You ain't easy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're waiting on his brother. And see. I see the father came. Just now. He was just there. The father was just there. He walked back. So.
You wearing a white t-shirt?
No, he's well dressed. Long sleeves. No, just a shirt. But if you once you watch his face, you see him. You'll see him. Yes, no, I'm smoking. Yes, no, I'm smoking. I drink like man, boy. I did two macros. Yeah, no. Oh, lucky brother. If you look straight across, you see a fellow with a big bull chain on the neck. Straight across on that side. You see him? Like he's smoking there.
Okay. That one. She's on and
Yeah, that is a big brother.
Okay. Let's count this one.
Yeah, that's the big one. The father, if you look straight by the tent, you see a man in a gray shirt.
Yeah, that's the father.
With a black. Yeah, watch him. Watch his face. Yeah. Then try mom. Then try mom.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday I was looking to get to take because you've been here. No one, yeah, alright. But the mother went back out for 2 o'clock,
New Year soccer. Let's call cameras on New Year soccer.
What kind of? No,
Okay, she on New Year soccer.
no problem.
Huh?
Right. Good.
Right there?
Yeah. I might just go on a more level spot. If you get a little from my channel, I'll come together.
saying sometimes or something. Yeah, you say that she stay with you until she comes. No, not really. Be home. When I come, you're
You guys start getting some go to the box after.
Alright, ta-da. Should we could go ahead?
Yeah.
Alright.
So she'll be also.
She told me about it, but I said we could use when we in the body, we could play one of the songs. I'll just get some foot in here. I'm trying to get my take a little time sometimes, everybody. The little challenges we have, we want to be patient with the family so that we could support them. So we want to really thank everybody for coming out this evening to support the Thomas family and Mr. Nigel Patrick. The family need all our support at this time as much as possible. So we just want to pay our respects to the family. So Shakil was the son of Candice with her father and Nigel Patrick. Clive Thomas, stepfather, grandparents, Annis, Ricky, Marilyn, and Seki. I apologize if I didn't get it right. Grandmother, Lena Victory, daughter, Alicia Patrick. His siblings were Miguel, Keon, Tristan, well I know Tristan, Pop-Ups, Irie, Canessa, Carissa, Nisha, and Shelby. Aunts and uncles, Kevon, Kent, Larry, Andy, Nicole, Alicon, Listra, and Shanti. His cousins were Alicia, Alyssa, Kesta, Joel, Nati, Jamal, Joshua, Junior, Daniel, Juby, and many others. Friends of Samson, Jaim, Nicholas Mute, Shannon, and many others. What do we remember about Shakil? What we want to remember about him? Well, they used to call him Short Man, or the S Man. He loved music. In fact, he wrote a couple of songs and recorded it. And he was even looking to carry it a step further. His hobbies were buying and selling vehicles. We also know that he was very hardworking. In speaking to Clive about Shakil, to get a little on his background, Clive mentioned something to me that really stood out to me. He said that Shakil never disrespected anybody. He was a very respectful young man. He had a passion for his work, and that was straightening and painting. And he took it so serious that Sunday to Sunday he was working, Sunday to Sunday. One thing that a lot of his siblings and friends remember about Shakil is that he was very comical. He liked to relate stories. And when he related stories, it's all the antics and the drama, and he giving it the whole thing. That had people falling down and laughing, listening to the story. He was loved by many because of his kind, generous personality. So the question comes up now. Why do we die? And what happens when we die? We want to allow our loving, wise Creator to tell us the truth about those two questions. And to do that, we want to go to the Bible. So we go in to Romans. If you have your Bible, you could open it with me. Romans chapter 5 and verse 12. And it gives us a beautiful explanation there. Romans 5 and verse 12. It says, that is why, just as through one man sin entered the world, and death through sin. And so death spread to all men because they have all sinned. You see, friends, sin was never in our DNA. We were never created to die. When scientists examine our brain, the capacity it has to hold information, we were really meant to live forever. But the Bible helps us to appreciate that death was as a result of Adam's disobedience. You see, when Adam disobeyed God's instruction, he brought sin and death onto us. And we could illustrate it this way. You know that nice little cooking pan, or that baking pan you have home? That you just bake your bread and your cake in? It have a little dent in it. So all the cake and the bread, or the pone, whatever you make in the pan, it come out with that little dent. Adam gave us that little dent because we are his offspring. We are his children. That little dent he gave us is sin and death. And we can never get accustomed to it. Because when somebody close to us dies, we feel pain in our hearts. That pain is a sign that it is something unnatural. The Creator never intended for us to die. Additionally, many of us would grow up hearing all sorts of things about what happens when we die. Some of us may have heard growing up that the soul lives on. Some of us might even hear that the spirit never dies. What does the Bible say about that? The Creator, who loves us very much, wants us to know the truth about those things. So we go into the Bible again. This time we go into Ezekiel chapter 18. So if you have your Bibles or your device, you can turn it to me. Is Ezekiel chapter 18 and verse 4. And notice the beautiful explanation the Creator gives us as to the reason why, or what happens with the soul. It says, look, all souls to me they belong. As the soul of the Father, so also the soul of the Son. To me they belong. And here's the important part. The soul who sins is the one who will die. So the Bible helps us to appreciate that the soul, unlike what we go up to here, the soul is mortal. The soul dies. And if we throw our minds back to the Genesis account in the Bible, when God created the first man, the account tells us that God formed the man out of the dust. And then what he did? He blew the breath of life into the man. And the man became a living soul. So that dust plus the breath of life equal living soul. So all of us standing in front here right now, all of us are living souls. The Bible goes on to tell us that one day it even gives us a clearer picture. It goes further in explaining a little more about that. And this time we could go to Ecclesiastes chapter 9, and we'll just be considering briefly verses 5 and verse 10. Ecclesiastes. So you have Psalms, if you can find Psalms, Proverbs, and then Ecclesiastes. So you're going to Ecclesiastes chapter 9. We'll consider verse 5 and 10 briefly. Verse 5 tells us, for the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing at all. Nor do they have any reward, because all memory of them is forgotten. Verse 10, whatever your hands find to do, do it with all your might. For there is no work, no planning, no knowledge, no wisdom in the grave where you are going. So, the Bible helps us to appreciate the living are conscious, and death is the opposite. So, dead persons are unconscious. When a person is unconscious, they cannot hear anything, they cannot smell anything, they can't taste anything. They cannot help you, and you can't help them because they're unconscious. That's the state we are when we are dead. The Bible, though, gives hope that millions who have died will live again. And Shakil has that hope. We have the opportunity, he has the hope to live again, and we have the hope of seeing him again. You see, our Creator, Jehovah God, intends to resurrect people, bring them back to life, to show that his love for all of us. And not only that, and to show us that his original intention for mankind to live forever on a paradise earth hasn't changed. That purpose hasn't changed. So how do we know that? What convinces us that that is his real intention? Well, again, we go back to the Bible. The Bible confirms that for us this time at Matthew chapter 20 and verse 28. And look how nice it explains it here for us. Matthew chapter 20 and verse 28. It says, just as the Son of Man came, not to be ministered to, but to minister and to give his life as a ransom in exchange for many. Many of us, at one time, because of the kidnappings going on in the country, we was real familiar with what a ransom is. So a ransom is somebody is held hostage, you pay a price to get the person released. Jesus Christ, when he died, he paid that price for us to get us released from sin and death. Isn't that a wonderful arrangement? Doesn't that tell you how much God loves all of us? Definitely. The resurrection hope was made possible by Jesus' death. And how it worked? Well, Adam was a perfect man. So it had to take another perfect man to buy back what he lost. Jesus Christ was the perfect man. So he is able to pay the full price to buy us back, to regain all that Adam has lost for us. Jehovah has even appointed Jesus to raise the dead. Jesus' resurrection also provides a guarantee that all of God's promises will come true. And that's the hope that the Bible extends to all of us. And notice how the Bible supports this. Again, we're going back to the Bible. This time we're going to John chapter 5, verse 28 and 29. That's John, the 5th chapter. If you have a device, it's John chapter 5. Verse 28 and 29. It says, "Do not be amazed at this, for the hour is coming in which all those in the memorial tombs will hear his voice." Whose voice? Jesus Christ's voice. And what? "And come out, those who did good things to a resurrection of life, and those who practiced vile things to a resurrection of judgment." So Jesus Christ will be calling back people from the grave, calling Shakil back to life. We have the opportunity to be there to witness that. Isn't that wonderful? Definitely. So then, how can all of us here present today to support the family at this heart-wrenching time? How can we benefit from being here? Well, again, our loving Creator gives us some sobering advice. As some say, some food for thought. Notice what he tells us at Ecclesiastes, which is our final scripture, Ecclesiastes chapter 7, and we'll take verses 1 to 4. But we wouldn't read all the verses, we just take parts of it. And here's the point. It says, "A good name is better than good oil, and the day of death is better than the day of birth. Better to go to the house of mourning than to the house of feasting, for that is the end of every man. And the living should take it to heart. Better to be in distress than laughter." We go into verse 4. "The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of the stupid is in the house of rejoicing." How are we to understand this, friends? The Bible is telling us, our Creator is telling us, that we need to make a good name with Him. How do we do that? How can we go about making a good name with God? By giving charity to the poor? More than that. To make that good name with God, we need to stop, take the time to read and study His Word, the Bible. Allow it to change our thinking and our attitude. Come to know God's will for us for you, for me, in your life, and build a relationship with him. Practice what the Bible teaches. That's how we build a good name with our Creator. So we want to again thank you for supporting us, supporting the Thomas family. And I don't want to forget Mr. Nigel Patrick, his family too. Take the time during the next coming weeks, days, months, years, give them your support. We also want you to visit our website, that's jw.org. They have a lot of Bible questions. Some are life big questions answered from the Bible there on our website. And we offer persons a free home Bible study also. So we want to thank everyone again for attending and supporting this morning, and continue to support the family. All right, so Clive, at this time we are the viewing. Dr. Candace. Thank you very much. Yeah, man. Excuse. Pode poder. Tem que falar. Sinal. Small man.
happen.
Some people saying they call them, I can see the last of Egypt.
It's on right now.
Man saying it's on right now.
Still not in it.
So now see.
Still going to reload it.
Reload it and try again, man. Reload it and try. Yeah.
Meet me by the river, not far away. When my Lord shall call me home, I'll be home on the other side. Meet me by the river. Someday, Lord, meet me by the river. Someday, meet me by the river, not far away. Oh, when the Lord shall call me home, I'll be home on the other side. Meet me by the river, meet me by the river. Someday, oh, Lord, meet me by the river. Someday, meet me by the river, not far away. Oh, when the Lord shall call me home, I'll be home on the other side. Meet me by the river, meet me by the river. Someday, oh, someday, Lord, meet me by the river, meet me by the river. Someday, meet me by the river, meet me by the river, not far away. Oh, when the Lord shall call me home, I'll be home on the other side. Meet me by the river, meet me by the river. Someday, Lord, meet me by the river, meet me by the river. Someday, meet me by the river, meet me by the river, not far away. Oh, when my Lord shall call me home, I'll be home on the other side. Meet me by the river, meet me by the river. Someday, I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away, Lord. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away, oh, fly away. I'll fly away, Oh, fly away, Lord. Fly away, oh, oh, yeah, fly away. When I die, hallelujah, fly away. Fly away, oh, fly away, Lord. Fly away, oh, oh, yeah, fly away. When I die, oh, hallelujah, fly away. Oh, fly away. When I die, hallelujah, fly away. Yeah, that's shot for you. Right.
Small man, I think I want.